Mental math is math without paper or pencil. Whenever you're just starting out and developing concept, it's fine to use your fingers to know what 2 plus 3 is. You put them together and count them. That's fine. But after you've developed that concept, you need to memorize your addition tables. You need to memorize your multiplication tables. And these drills help you to do that. And they go beyond, as you'll soon see. But let's just take a typical drill. Let's say the multiplication drills with digits from 2 through 9. And let's see what the math drills are like. You'll see here the question is in this region here, and you're supposed to think of the answer, 18. Then click on this button down here, Show Answer, and you'll see the answer. If you're right, you move on to the next question, 45. Click, confirm. Next question, 10, confirm. All right, 56, confirm. 12, confirm. And you continue in this fashion until you're ready to stop. And at some point, when you're ready to stop, you click on, if you make a mistake, suppose you, instead of thinking that this was 42, the correct answer, suppose you thought it was 41. Then you click and you say, oh, 42, I got that wrong. Then just like you would with physical flashcards, you pause and you stop and think about that. Oh yeah, 6 times 7 is 42, not 41. All right, I should know that. And then you move on. And at some point, you're ready to stop. You click on the stop sign here, and you'll see my daughter Amy swing on the vine, land on the branch, and display some statistics about your what you did that day. You'll see that you've completed 12 problems. The duration, 1 minute, 2 seconds. It means that you're working at a rate of 11 problems per minute. So you see the rate. And if your child is using these drills, you could monitor the rate that they're working on a certain drill. Maybe they begin working at 11 problems per minute, and then next week you find they're working at 15 and then 20 problems per minute. And some children are intrinsically motivated when they see the progress they're making. They're excited and they begin to spend more and more time on the drills, because they're amazed at how fast they are learning. Other children might not be so intrinsically motivated and might need a little external motivation from you, the parent. And so the excitement that you display when you see their improvement, which they will improve, then that excitement might provide for them the extra incentive that they need to continue using these drills. Click on Main Menu to go back to the main menu. And that's a quick look at one of your basic mental math drills. Drills that are, all these drills are done without any paper or pencil, no calculator. You're just on your own. Now some of these are very simple, elementary level drills. Digits from 0 to 5, 3 plus 5. And numbers don't get any bigger than 5. Other drills are more advanced. Some are more high school and even college level drills. But it's important that you take a look at the tips, because some of these drills are not supposed to be memorized. For example, 2-digit addition, this drill right here. You can see here that that the numbers have 2 digits, and you're not supposed to memorize 72 plus 52 is equal to 126. But you're supposed to calculate that the way I just did, using special strategies that I detail in those tips. Now I'm going to take a moment to pause and go over here to the mental math drills and show you how you're supposed to add 2-digit addition. When you're using paper and pencil, you align the numbers vertically and you add the ones column and carry, then add your tens column. That's with paper and pencil. You do them differently when you're doing these in your head, mentally. You add from left to right. Yes, the exact opposite of the way you did it with paper and pencil. You first add 5 plus 2, and you think 70. But you don't say it yet, because it's possible that it could bump up to 80. You glance at the next column, and see if that sum is going to exceed 9. If it is, then you'll, instead of saying 70, you'll say 80. Well, 4 and 1 is not going to exceed 9. So you go ahead and say 70, and then 4 plus 1 is 5, 75. You see, ultimately numbers are read from left to right, and so we calculate these sums from left to right. Let me go to the whoops. Next question here. For example, when we're attacking this problem, we first look at 7 plus 8, 15. So we're thinking 150, but we don't say it yet. A quick glance over here, that sum is going to be more than 9. So instead of saying 150, you say 160. Well, 160 what? You know, you have to then look at this and say, what does 4 plus 9 end with? A 3. So 163. 163. All right, one more. I have to get out of this mode. Down here. Okay, try that. Add those from left to right. Pause the video and then start up when you're ready to hear my comments. Okay, now that you've restarted the video, I hope that you did this first. I hope you first added the 8 and the 4, 12, and of course they're in the thousands column. So you're thinking 12,000. You don't say it just yet. You glance over here and say, okay, I'm ready to say 12,000. I'm going to write it. You're not actually having to write these, but just to show you what I'm thinking. 12,000. Then I think 400. Don't say it until I glance at the next column and I see it's not going to exceed 9. So I'm ready to go ahead and say 400. And I think 60, but I don't say it yet until I glance at the next column and I see 5 and 7 is going to exceed 9. So instead of saying 60, I say 70. And, 7 plus 5 is 12, so that's going to end with a 2. 12,472. All right, so that's how you're supposed to add with with more than one digit addition. Whenever you're doing multiplication, and of course, I don't expect you from this video to be experts at adding two-digit numbers. This is something that takes practice. My point is, I want you to understand that you're not supposed to memorize 35 plus 56, but you're supposed to use my strategy of adding from left to right to calculate that answer very quickly in your head. And the same thing is, and they're all, and all the strategies are outlined in those tips. And I'm not going to talk much about multiplication, but it's the same thing. When you see the drill for 5 times 93, you're supposed to first take the 5 times the 9, and you think 450. Don't say it yet, because then you're going to add on the product of 5 times 3. You're going to add on the 15. 450 and 15 is 465. All right, so that multiplication is also done from left to right when you do this mentally. Okay, another one of the drills is multiplying numbers that are between 11 and 19. I should say 11 to 19 inclusive. There's a special trick for multiplying numbers like this. When I see this problem, 13 times 17, what I'm thinking in my head is, what is 200 plus 21? Well, that would be 221. That's the answer. Now, where am I getting these numbers at? Where am I getting the 200 at? Where am I getting the 21? Here's how the strategy works. You first add this 7 to the 13. That gives you 20. Add a 0. Okay. 7 and 13 is 20. Add the 0, you have 200. And then add the product of 3 and 7. That's 21. And the answer is 221. So we can, all the numbers from 11 to 19, they all work the same way. 15 times 12, you're thinking, what is 170 plus another 10? 180. Let's go to a more difficult question. 18 times 14. Try it on your own using my strategy, and you pause the video and restart that when you're ready for my comment. Okay, now that you restarted the video, I hope that you first added the 4 to 18, giving you 22. Add a 0, so you're thinking in your head, you're not writing, but you're thinking 220 plus another 32. Well, 220 and 32 is 252. Now, of course, you're only going to be able to do these drills if you've mastered all the other drills. You know, you know your addition tables. You know that 7 plus 8 is 15. You know that 7 times 8 is 56. You master those earlier drills before you're ready to even attempt any of these higher level drills. And there's other drills that have tips. And if you go back to my my home page here, you'll see that that there are tips beside each of these, and if you click on the word tips, or here's the one we were just talking about, and here you can see Amy explaining how to use the trick for adding numbers from 11, multiplying numbers between 11 and 19 together. Okay, back to the home page. So that's a quick summary of the mental math drills. Please don't make your child spend more than 5 or 10 minutes a day doing these mental math drills. It's very intensive. You get tired pretty fast doing these drills. But that's all you need, 5 or 10 minutes a day, and they will continue to see progress, and you'll be amazed at how fast they improve and how far you can go if you learn these the strategies that I am recommending. That's the mental math drills.